Nothing stops a narcissist from exposing their true demonic self when they feel defeated by you, when they feel inferior in comparison, and know that they can't bring you down. They become childish, reactive, and quite impulsive in nature, showing you how insecure they are. They resort to playing petty mind games, which we are going to talk about in this episode. I'm Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. The topic for today is 5 things a narcissist does when they feel defeated by you. If that sounds interesting, stay until the very end. Number one, they become obsessed with proving you wrong. Why? Because they know you are right. It's a false sense of safety that they create for themselves. Everything you do, they will do the opposite. Every move you make, they will make a counter move. You are in a constant fight with them, but only in their false reality. You're not there, but they're fighting you. They want to be involved. It's called vicariously living through a supply that you do not have direct access to. They know you are doing very well for yourself. You know the thing inside out, and they cannot reach that level. They cannot outsmart you or outwin you. So, what do? They somehow, in a very twisted way, compare themselves with you and then act like they are one step ahead. They know better. They know life and have lived life more than you. Here is an example. When a narcissist chooses to counter parent, what are they doing? Exactly trying to prove you wrong. Why? Because they're insecure. They know they are a Disneyland dad or a Disneyland mom who does not actually have any interest in raising their children. So if you, let's say, create a structure in your child's life, that petty narcissist will do the opposite. They'll destroy the structure. You tell your kid, you got to do your homework, you got to brush your teeth, you got to be organized, you got to sleep on time. They will make sure that your child does not do homework, does not take care of their hygiene, does not sleep, does not eat, and will tell them it's okay, you can do whatever you want at my home. I'm not like mom. I don't want to be strict. So you have all the freedom. But you know what that does? That feeds the egoistic aspect of a child's developing personality, making them more impulsive. They turn into individuals who always seek instant gratification. And then they rebel. They say, oh, you are strict. What's wrong with you? Dad or mom is not like you. Why? Because that narcissist definitely knows what you're doing and you're doing the right thing. So they have to tell you they're one step ahead. They know more than you. The real intention is to destroy your efforts because they are jealous and envious of you. Second example, a cheating narcissist comes to you and tries to intellectually bully you. Says, haven't you read this book that talks about how cheating is a part of human nature and how we have to do it to grow spiritually? In fact, there is a book out there that claims so that we have to cheat on each other or there's nothing wrong about it. And they'll throw an article at your face, a research paper, to distort facts. They pick and choose information to justify their false reasoning. They will give what you may have said an entirely different meaning to gaslight you, to bring you down, to show that you are nothing in comparison, nowhere in comparison. They know it all. They do a lot of virtue signaling when calling you out. They may not directly brag about their stuff, but they'll say things, oh, I've been doing this thing for years. It's your first child. I have 2 children with my ex, and you are now telling me how to parent. I've been parenting for a long time. I don't need to learn from you. So that virtue signaling is again a sign of a narcissist's defeated ego. Number two, they become competitive. Let me say it as it is. All narcissists are possessed by the demonic spirit of competition. That is what it is. It does not make them do things that they do per se, but it perpetuates their actions. It whispers, and that narcissist listens. That narcissist cannot swallow the pill that you are far ahead in your journey, that you know more than them, that you can become a source of inspiration. Instead, They secretly and subconsciously compare you with themselves and then compete. This comparison is not done to get realistic feedback, to know, okay, I can also do that, I can also do this. Of course not. They subconsciously feel ashamed because they think whatever you have done in your life, whatever you have achieved, the progress that you're making, you don't deserve it. It should all be theirs, whether they have worked hard or not. So, what do? It's very interesting that they copy your ways and then compete by saying that those ways are mine. It's a very twisted, sick mind game that a narcissist plays. If you point that out, if you'll say, oh, that's something that I said, that's something that I do with my children, that's my way of parenting, they will quite arrogantly respond, oh, I am teaching you how to do it properly. Even when caught, like they may be openly cheating your personality, stealing away your ways, they just twist it and say, oh, I had to show you how the same thing can be done in a better way, insinuating that they know more, which again is a delusion of grandeur. They will find the same job in the same office, they'll go for the same position to just prove to you you're not made for that, or they can get there as well. They'll find the same apartment. Let's say you are living in a high end luxury apartment. They'll get into the same community in the same building and find a similar apartment, whether or not they can afford to live in it. Why? To tell you, I'm not less than you. Look at me. They may even copy your dressing style. Let's say you go to an occasion wearing a certain dress, and that narcissist sees you there. Next occasion, you find out they're wearing the same colors, the same brand, everything is same. In their head, how do they justify it? Oh, I will show you how to make that dress look better. That is the crazy thing they'll say. Oh, it doesn't look good on you because you don't have such a body. You're too fat, too thin, too this, too that. I've got the figure. I'll display to the world how this dress is worn properly. This is their false arrogance, ego, entitlement speaking. But if you have healed enough, you can sit back and watch this shit show and just feel pity for them because they are more defined by you than you are. Their life and choices revolve around you. You make a move and they make a similar one. You get an apartment, they get the same one. You choose a certain brand, they get the same one. But under the guise of, I know it better, I can take care of it better, I can say it better. That is their false ego. They become a joke, literally a joke that they play such a game thinking that you are going to fall for it. It's so stupid. But at the same time, a proof of the fact that they have no true self, no identity of their own. They either become what they're mirroring or the person they're competing against. Number three, they launch a revenge campaign, which is different from a smear campaign. By this point, you need to know narcissists are demonically possessed. And now we're going to talk about the demonic spirit of vengeance. You know how vengeful they are, how punitive they are. They can't sleep at night thinking that you are moving forward in your life and they can't do anything about it. So, what do? They will openly try to target you, assassinate your character, depending on the type of a narcissist you're dealing with, overt, covert. They'll do it in different ways, but the goal will be one, to bring you down. Why? Because you have given them a big narcissistic injury, either by exposing them or by simply leaving. Personal example, both of my parents, my father is a malignant narcissist, mother is a covert one, they turned every single relative against me. My father was very overt. He even told a big lie about me that probably he's into drug addiction. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He has lost his mind. He's in bad company. He is not taking our calls. We don't know what to do. Just to project an image of a concerned parent. But while doing it, he made those people angry. My mother became the poorest of the poor victim. Oh, I don't know. I raised him. I this, I that. Counted all the sacrifices. Result was every single relative started calling me, bashing me, cursing me. I mean, for no reason. Even those I trusted the most. That is a revenge campaign. They orchestrate subtle or overt revenge campaigns to gain their power. What do you do in such a situation? Nothing. Those people who you lose, good riddance, they're filtered out. Just watch that narcissist shoot their own foot. By launching a revenge campaign against you, they expose themselves, and a lot of people see through their actions. Number four, they will feign indifference, they'll give you silence, they'll disappear. They won't talk to you. Why? Because they want to mask a wounded ego. They'll act as if you going no contact with them has had no impact on their life, that your absence means nothing. They will flaunt their new partner, materialistic things. They will take pictures intentionally with new people smiling, laughing, and post them on their social media profiles. Heck, they may even get engaged within weeks, married, and then post pictures of their hands with a ring on, telling you, you thought I'm going to stay stuck with you? Of course not. See how happy I am. But the crazy thing is that they are still defined by you. They should be focused on their next life, the happy life, shouldn't they? But they're still posting things, acting like they're happy just to impact you. Now, doesn't that make a narcissist more dependent on your reactions than how much you depend on them? Of course, it does. If still in contact, they may not respond to your messages or calls. They may not talk to your kids even. They may simply cut you off, which shows that a possible narcissistic hibernation has been triggered. What is that? It's when a narcissist's ego gets extremely injured and they are not able to function in their optimal ways. They go into a hideout and stay there until they regain their strength and accept that they can't defeat you. Number five, and the last one, exaggerated display of success. Oh, I am admired by people. Oh, people just love what I have to say. I'm the best, I'm the unique. Nobody knows as much as I know. I am their favorite parent. I am the most loved person in the family. You don't even stand a chance in comparison to me. They keep proving, they keep showing others, like, look, look, look. It's the attention thirst they have, the validation thirst. Oh, look at me, look at me, look at how I am admired by the rest. What do they try to do while doing so? Two things. One, to prove to you that they're not as insecure as they really are, to hide their shame, and to suggest that you are wrong, that your success does not matter, that what you have to say is meaningless, that what you do also doesn't count, but what I do in comparison is far greater, far more valuable than you. But again, if you were to step back, if you were to look at the bigger picture, you will just laugh at them like, wow, you're still defined by my reaction. You still want to influence how I feel about you, and you want others to think positively about you because it's a part of your picture projection campaign. You are refining your image because you cannot tolerate criticism. Good on you. Fine, keep doing that. But while you're doing it, people are able to see through you. You definitely are exposing yourself. That is what your approach should be in dealing with such a nasty yet defeated narcissist. Let me know what your thoughts are on this in the comments below, and I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.